Welcome to the sisakest channel. So today we are going to be continuing on the video made for the free online training on Solidworks. So we are going to be going over working on the 2D sketch. So we are going to be working on the other tools remaining on 2D sketch. So thank you very much. Let's continue. Let's go back to Solidworks. Okay. Now, today we are going to be talking about trim, extend entities, offset, picture to convert entity to, and the rest of them. So let's start like this. Go to your sketch. Let's make a new sketch. Line. So Solidworks asks us for which plane. Let's select front plane. Now you can notice that the plane is not facing us. So you press Control, press your space bar and tell it to be what? Perpendicular. So let's go. So let's work with what we have now. I'm just drawing something, it's not regular. So escape. You'll see the application of all these things we are doing today. Now let's go to the first one, trim entities. Click on trim entities. Trim entities is a tool that is used for what? Cutting. Now when you come to this place, you see the first thing, we have option power trim. Select power trim. Power trim allows you to cut anything that you pass through. Now look, you see, as I continue to draw the line, so any line that touches, it automatically what? Cuts it off. So that is what power trim does. So let's Ctrl Z it. Now let's go to the next one. Now let's go to the next one, the next trim option. Now trim again. Now center. Now what does center does? Corner trim, sorry. What does corner trim does is that it will just go. I click on this line, where both of them meet, the extension will be removed. Click on this line, line 1, click on this line, line 2. It will remove the other two lines. Click on this line, line 1, click on this line, line 2. It will remove the other line. So that is what corner trim does. Now trim away from center. Let's get more lines. I press L for my line to go this way, 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 go this way. So let's say we are okay with that. So now let's go back to trim entities. Now we have the one from trim away inside. Now what does trim away inside? Trim away inside asks you to set a boundary. Let's say this is boundary 1, this is boundary 2. So any line now between these two boundaries will be removed. Now look at this. Remove this guy, remove this guy, remove this guy, remove this guy. This guy is not touching the two boundaries. Remove this guy. Okay, now for trim away outside, we come to this way, trim away outside. We select the two boundaries, 1, boundary 2. So it will trim the outside of those lines. Go, 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 go. So that is what trim away outside means. Now trim to the closest. Now look at what will happen. I click on this line to trim to the closest point. Trim to the closest point, trim to the closest point. Now let's go over to the extend. Now if you come underneath the trim, you see an arrow, click on it, you see extend entity. Now what does extend entity does? Extend entity help you to extend to the nearest line. Now look at that. Now I come here, Now you see that. click on the line. Now I come here, extend. I come to this point, it extends to this guy. So that is what extend entity does. Now convert entities, we learn how to use convert entities later. Now let's go to offset. Now what does offset helps us to do? So select everything, escape. Now offset helps us to duplicate. Now look at this. I draw a center point circle. Make this guy to center point circle. This guy is looking not perpendicular. Good. Now by the time I draw the center point circle, let me dimension this guy to be 120 millimeters. Now what does offset do? Offset now will help me to create a duplicate of this circle. So for cases whereby I don't want to be drawing some circles that have, I can just click on offset. Now it will ask me what is the offset distance. Let me say I want an offset distance of 10. So tell it, let me unclick this guy, tell it I need something like this. Now you see that it creates another circle from this place. Now if I click reverse, it will reverse the direction. If I say bi-directional, it will create it in the two directions. Now construction geometry, this one means make the base a construction. The base now becomes dash line. Now I've make the offset to become what? A construction line by ticking this. So you can increase this guy to what you want it to be. So that is what offset does. Now let's check onto the next one. The next thing that offset can do for us, we can use offset to draw a slot. Now look at this guy, I want to draw a slot with a line. Escape, go to offset. Now I say I want this guy, okay, let me make this guy 5. Click on this line. Or 5 is too small, let's make it 20 so that you see it clearly. Click on this guy. Okay, I don't need this offset to be decent. Now come to this cap end. Now when I say cap end, now it will make this guy to form an arc. Then I can say base geometry to become what? Or construction line. So say okay. So this has helped us to form what? A slot. So we can use offset when we want to duplicate lines and the rest of them. Now let's go to the next one. Now the next thing we have here, let's go over. We have talked about trim, extend, offset. Now the next one is what? Picture tool. Now if you look at my work page, you will see that there is no picture tool. So how do I get this tool that we are talking about? You come to this place, come to tools, then go to customize. Now once I go to customize under the tools, I come to menus. So I come to command. Now go to 2D, to go to sketch. This is sketch. Now once I get to sketch, now this place help me to see the other tools that are in Solidworks that are not on display, the entirety of all the tools. Now you check, you see some tools are not here, are not on this menu here. So this is the picture tool. I bring my picture tool. I like putting that picture here, the picture tool. Now there's another one I would like, which is the next one which we are going to talk about, which is what? The dynamic mirror. Let me get the dynamic mirror. This is dynamic mirror entity. Good. Let me take it near to where it belongs to. Dynamic mirror entity. Okay, now let's go to 3D. That is features. There's someone I would like us to also input. Now we'll go over to features, which we are also going to learn, which is actually the flex tool. So let me look for it. flex tool. Okay, this is a flex tool. We are going to be doing a lot with it, so let's just keep it there. So we have other tool, draft tool, dome tool, and the rest of them. Love base. So I'll say I'm okay with this. So that is how you can add what some other tools that you are not seeing presently on the screen. Now let's go back to sketch. Now picture tool, what does picture tool help me to do? Picture tool give me the opportunity to get a picture, a JPEG picture into Solidworks environment. All I need to do is just click on it. Once I click on it, then it asks me which picture do I want to open. Now let's go to, let's get some pictures. So you just select the picture you want, say okay, then it will automatically bring the picture into the Solidworks. So you can see the picture now. So you now just like work on this scale and the rest of them from this place. You are going to see what you are going to be making use of this picture to do later on. Now let's go cancel. I don't need this. Yes, I don't need this. Now let's go over to the mirror and dynamic mirror tool. Now what does mirror help me to do? Mirror help me to create a shape, a sketch that is what symmetric. Now let's go this way. Draw a line. Now I go this way. Watch what I am doing. Now I have something like this, and I want this guy to be at the other side. I want this guy to be at the other side. Let me draw a circle. Now I want it to form at the other side. Instead of me doing everything, I can click on mirror entities. Now by the time I click on mirror entity, the first question the mirror is going to ask me is what are the entities I want to mirror. I select the entities I want to mirror, either with my green selection. I've selected them. Then it will now ask me the next question, what is the mirror? Once I click this, now you see that it forms the replica of this from the other direction. When I say okay, it gives me that shape. That is what mirror entity. Now but the dynamic mirror entity is very wonderful. I enjoy using this tool. Now look at what will happen. For the dynamic mirror, you first of all create the mirror. For the mirror entity, you create all the image, you create everything before you make use of the mirror. But for dynamic mirror, you first of all create the mirror. Now let me create the mirror. The mirror is a line because this is a sketch. Now this is my line. I'll just go over here, dynamic mirror. Once I go to dynamic mirror and click, it will now ask me, please select a sketch line or a linear model edge up to mirror about. I tell it this is the mirror I want. It will automatically place two parallel lines at the two ends of the mirror. Now look at what will happen. Watch what will happen now. I have created the mirror. Now I draw this. Now it will automatically begin to mirror everything I am drawing from one side to the other side. So that is the wonder of this tool. So as I'm drawing it, it will be giving me what I'm looking at immediately. They go this way. So that is the mirror and dynamic mirror tool on the sketch. So let's remove everything. Delete. Now let's go over to the next one from this thing. We now have, we have discussed about the picture tool. So I talked about this. Let's go to the linear patterning and circular patterning. Now linear patterning is just like the mirror tool. Now we want to create a pattern because the mirror tool is just for duplicate, just for two things. Now a situation whereby I need multiples, more than two, I can make use of the mirror tool to do that. Now look at this, the linear pattern tool. Now let's go this way. I want to draw a rectangle. I've drawn only one, and I need this guy to be multiple. I need many of it. Now this linear pattern tool is used in creating of like meshes and other things that duplicate. Now when we talk about creating of O slots that are regular, you make use of what? The linear pattern tool. Now look at this. Now we just go to the what? Linear pattern sketch. Now once we click at the linear pattern sketch, the question is going to, it knows the x-axis, it knows the y-axis. Now it will ask me what is the distance. Now it will be good for us to, at this point, to actually get a distance we are working, dimension our sketch. So let's say this guy is actually, let's make it 10. Now at this point, bring this guy low down. Now at this point, I want this guy, I'm just moving the center mouse button, I want this guy to actually be the same size with this to make it a square. So press down the shift key and I'll tell both of them to be what? Equal. So these are relations. So once I tell it to be equal to the other side, it becomes what? Equal. So it becomes a square. Now let's go over. So this is this icon here with the zoom. Tells it to zoom to fit. This is zoom to area. So go this way, go this way. So I'm zooming the area. Escape. Now by the time I have something like this, now I want this square to be a multiple. What do? I come to the linear sketch pattern. So linear sketch pattern knows the x-axis, knows the y-axis. Now let me tell it I need this guy to be 12, and it will ask me entities to pattern. I select this sketch. I select this sketch. Select the sketch. Select the sketch. Select this. Select this. Select this. Now it has selected that rectangle. I can decide to change the direction. Now I can increase the numbers. I can increase the numbers, and also I can also come to the y-axis and increase the numbers on the y-axis, and also invert the direction from the y-axis. So tell it, okay, I want this one to also be what? 12, meaning that the gap between them is what? 2 millimeters. So that is what the sketch, the linear sketch tool is for. You can see we have gotten what? Duplicates of this guy. Now let's remove this guy. Now let's go over to the circular pattern tool. Now circular pattern tool, what does circular pattern tool does? Circular pattern tool, unlike the linear pattern tool, what the circular pattern tool does is that it helps us to create a pattern around a circular path. Now let's get something like this. Now let's say that we have a point at this place. We create a point. We create a point at this place. Now we want this guy to be patterned around it. So what do we need to do? We go and we come to this place, say circular pattern. Now for circular pattern, it will ask me what is the point. It will now ask me what is the entity. I select this circle. Now once I select the circle, you can see some 3 other circles. I come to this place. I can decide to change the number of circles that I needed. I can decide to change the equal spacing. I can decide to change the angle that I want it to form. I can decide to say, okay, I just need this thing for just 90 degrees. And you can see how it has formed. So this is what circular pattern is all about. Then I say, okay, I'm done with that. So that is what circular patterning. So I guess we understand everything at this point. Now this is test 2. Now what does test 2? What is test 2 used for? Our test 2 is used for us to like type in a test into our Solidworks. Now let's get this way like this. Let's draw a spline. Now I want to write a test that will follow this pattern. I'll click on the test tool, tell it that I need the test to follow this path. Now I'll write the test. Let me say sisakest YouTube channel. Now as I'm typing it, if you look closely over here, you see that it is actually writing it, but this is very small. So remove this use font, change the font to something we want. Now by the time we click on change font, it is now going to bring to us this Microsoft font changing. So we can change it to what we want, increase this guy, change the font size, the font style, and every other thing that we would like to change. So say okay. Now by the time we do that, you see that it is already giving us what? The test, bringing the test as a sketch. So from this test now we can decide to convert this test to what? 3D by extruding it, which we are going to learn later. But those of us that have already started class, we should know about extrude. So we just say okay. So that is what our test